when you say hit the gym, like you beat it up?
I beat it up. After a stressful day, like I'll do some outrageous weight, maybe drop it on my neck. No, kidding.
Welcome everyone to the Norm Show. The Get Ready with Norm series. We also recognize it as Grow Norm. And if you like the content and information that we're sharing today, just like and subscribe to the page. Siobhan Riley, the host for today, and we have some lovely guests here with us that is gonna share all the tips and the tricks in the skincare industry. And hopefully, there might be some things that you could take home and pretty much apply into your daily routine. So, today we got our guests that would like to introduce themselves. We have Malcolm that's gonna take it off and start off the day today. Malcolm, let us know who you are.
My name is Malcolm Wright. I've been in the field of education for around a decade now, and I'm actually very blessed to do something that I love. I'm the founder of Wrightway Education, an education consultancy company, as well as a co-founder for Nobellum, which is a non-for-profit that has a mandate to support 100 Black-owned businesses STEM by 2025.
Wow.
So what we're really trying to do is envision an equitable future, and anyone that crossed my path, so I just want to give opportunities to. So pleasure to have. Thank you for having me today. Norm Boss.
Norm Boss.
Skin verified.
Verified blue tick. Or we should add the green tick, maybe the green tick. Well, definitely, thanks for coming out, and I want to ask a little bit more in terms of your background, like what made you go into the field that you're currently in right now.
Yeah, I think I've always been passionate about teaching and also assisting other people as well, right? So, and when we were talking about Black communities in particular after the George Floyd incident, there was a huge movement towards equity and equity-deserving groups, primarily the Black community, and socioeconomic upliftment, and being able to mentor, train, incubate, and go as far as providing startup funds for entrepreneurs is something that we take great pride in. And it's usually a hurdle for Black entrepreneurs when it comes down to like raising the fund or having that access to resources needed to survive in the entrepreneurship space. It's very cutthroat.
Big up yourself,
very cutthroat out here.
Big up yourself.
So, change advocate, as I said, passion and patience, it's just something that we really need to kind of put forward and collectively come in as a community and put our best foot forward, right?
All right, so tell me some things that Malcolm like doing, like hobbies, interests, like what you like?
Hitting the gym,
hitting the gym.
Travel.
Big man.
Yeah, hitting the gym, traveling. I don't know, I'm one of the worlds, right? Like I'm always looking for a new experience and trying to better myself, right? I like to think that you can't be stagnant, right? You got to put yourself in uncomfortable positions for your own character development, and meeting new people along the way is always something that's great as well, right? Community is always at the forefront, and I always say, like, if you feed someone, you'll never go hungry, right? So like to bring the people along for the ride.
So when you say hit the gym, like you beat it up?
I beat it up. After a stressful day, like I'll do some outrageous weight, maybe drop it on my neck. No, kidding. I think it gives me peace of mind, especially for my mental health. I think you feel guilty when you don't go.
How often do you go?
It's a little bit of addiction. I would say 6 times a week.
6 times?
Yeah.
What?
That's right. Summer's coming, man.
Yeah,
Come on,
you gotta
now.
be ready.
Short offshore.
What do you mean ready?
You gotta be ready. Are you ready?
Ready?
For war.
You look at, he's bust for war. You're not for war right now,
Just in case, you never know when
Just in
something will
case.
pop off, right? Yeah.
All right, cool. I definitely having that mindset, being able to go to the gym 6 times a week is like crazy, because I hate going to the gym, right?
Fair.
And it's just like having that mindset to still do something that you hate.
Yep.
And to that point where clearly you love it if you're going 6 times. So I want to know, like, is there any habits that came along because of that discipline to put your body through such an environment? Do you find yourself like eating healthy or healthier?
Yeah.
Like what does that look like everyday
It's a
lifestyle?
good question. I think it's very reflective of my work ethic, right? One rule of thumb is like for every hour that I put in the gym, I want to put 2 hours of work, right? Like professional work. But aside from that, I would say that that discipline has also kind of guided me to know about the slow progression of work in general. You know, like we're so caught up in immediate gratification that we don't really realize that there is a journey to attain certain goals.
Yeah.
And going to the gym has, like, you see your body transform, right?
Yeah.
Like during COVID when gyms closed down,
Yeah.
I was big boy. I don't even want to show you. I don't even want to show you the pictures because like the gyms are closed, but the eating habits have not stopped. You know,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
like
That's true.
I hit like 230.
Yeah.
Right? And mind you, I'm like 5'9".
Yeah.
You know, I hit 5'9".
Yeah.
Depends on the shoes I'm wearing.
Yeah.
But like, kind of noticing that you let yourself go is also a motivation to kind of get yourself back in line. You know.
Yeah.
And when I feel good, right? When I feel healthy, I feel like I look good as well.
Yeah.
It's a different type of confidence, and it's the aura that you put in a room, you know, because like energy is very important. So
I was still talking about the looking good, right?
Yeah.
Because you know that's the getting ready with
yeah,
Nora, right?
yeah.
So
That's a great segue.
That is a great segue.
Right?
Yeah.
Definitely, we're gonna talk to Natalia about her journey as well, and just to understand your background. So, could you let the audience know a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah, well, I started in design and I started in kind of the retail space. So I'm pretty much an expert in kind of customer needs and wants. So I was doing that for a long time, and then I realized that I really wanted to start a business. I really wanted to break the cycle in my family and in my community, which was, you know, poverty. So I decided I wanted to start a business, and the business I decided to start getting into was women's sexual health. And so that was our first product, and we started that website, launched the website, and it's pretty much luxury sexual wellness products for women because it's such an underserved part of the industry, which is highly unregulated. You don't have to have any regulations to open that business, and so they'll use whatever they want. Yeah. And so we decided we're going to make something where the materials are good, everything's good.
Hold on. When you say use whatever they want, what do you mean?
They can use what they could put nasty chemicals. And you know those stores you walk into, you see them on the street, you just like walk in and you're like, oh, look at all these sex toys, and there's anything in those stuff. And actually they've been tested and it has like some really bad chemicals in it. It's really bad for the body. Really shouldn't be entering you at all. So we're like, okay, this is not fair. This is not something that we should have to deal with. And so we decided to do something different.
Yeah. All right. And you know, that's it. You definitely want to create a better environment for people that want to be able to please themselves, just in general, right?
Exactly.
And what made you like go into that?
Well, I'm an advocate for wellness and personal care as it is. So I got into it just because I was like, okay, this is one part of the industry. When I'm going and I'm looking for stuff, I'm not seeing like this. I like to do shopping where everything is kind of the best stuff. So if I'm looking for something, I don't want just anything. I want something that's really good, that has good ingredients, that's using great stuff, maybe even environmentally conscious. And I didn't see that when I went to look for those things, and that's why I decided to get into that industry.
So now tell the people them what a brand name. Like,
oh, the brand name is Dott. We are now expanding into personal care of all kinds, even for men. So we really want to provide a high-end shopping experience for everything that is getting neglected. The stuff that you just go and you pick up at Walmart just because. No, we want to give you that high-end option.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you tell us a little bit more about like your hobbies or interests, like things that we can kind of like, boss lady, but you know, what does she do when she's always working, but you know, what does she do while she's getting ready?
So I guess like one of the main things I'm a really eclectic person. I like a lot of different things. So in my spare time I do a lot of running. So people hate me, but I do actually love running. So sorry about that. But I'm also a gamer, so I like gaming. So I like to do a lot of things with the PlayStations and stuff like that. And then another thing is I travel, so I like traveling.
Okay, so running, gaming,
Yeah.
and travel.
Yeah.
All right, definitely. All right, cool. So do you play running games too?
No, I don't play running games. I can't use my
She runs
legs.
the game.
I run things in the game. No.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so definitely, diverse, definitely outside, but also, to keep your company inside.
Yeah.
And, you like to travel and
Yeah.
things. So it's like when you're talking about your regular day-to-day activities, like what does that kind of look like?
What is my day to day? My day to day consists of working. I work nonstop. So because that's why I need that running. It kind of clears my head. I run in the morning every morning, and then I get to work on stuff.
Yeah.
So that's basically my days. On the weekends, it can get pretty eclectic. Like the other day, I was doing cars, so
Yeah.
I like a lot of car stuff. So.
Yeah.
Depends on what I'm feeling that day when it
Yeah.
comes to my spare time, but during the day I'm usually working.
Yeah, I don't know what somebody could pay me to go run.
You're not
Especially in the morning.
I'm allergic to cardio.
Yeah.
Like it's
I
your
know.
mindset,
Yeah, I know,
people.
it's great.
I
We're
know.
talking today.
Yeah.
It's like both of you have some strong mindsets to be able to.
It's
keep-
painful, man. It's not,
Yeah.
and especially during like when you're getting into work and you don't have that time to run and you kind of get out of it. When you go back in, your lungs are like screaming at you from inside.
Have you experienced that runner's high that they talk
Yeah,
about?
yeah, it's good.
It's
Like
actually euphoric.
yeah, like when you get to that point where running is no longer a chore and it's now part of you, you just like you feel good. Like you feel so good. But it's a journey to get there. It's not like right off the bat.
Yeah.
Like that's what people think. They go running, they're like, this is the worst. It's like, yeah, it is the worst for the first 3 days, even a week. But then give it some time, and then it becomes like
Yeah.
nice.
All right. Cool.
Like I won't be trying.
Tune in for the Norm Marathon.
Yeah, definitely the North Marathon, right? We'll talk about that.
Run for Norm.
Having such a busy schedule, getting ready and getting your skincare routine is something that might be a challenge, right? And I would love to know, like, is there any challenges that you currently see or you have seen in the skincare industry that you want to talk about?
Well, I guess basically for me, I have sensitive skin. So in the skincare industry, there's a lot of like little things put into skincare that I react to immediately. So I have to be very careful about what I pick. And then so when I'm shopping, I basically have like a 12-step program. And I kind of whittle it down over time, and then it'll get big again when I try new products, and then I'll whittle it down.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of product and having to try out a lot of different kinds of product.
So tell us about the experience. Like, tell me about something that happened where you're just like, I can't forget that. I learned from experience.
I think I got something from, I won't say the brand because that's mean, but I got something from Shoppers Drug Mart one time because everyone's like, you don't need to spend so much on skincare. So I was like, fine. And so I stepped into Shoppers Drug Mart, went to their skincare aisle, got something, and I had a rash all the way down my face. And everyone wouldn't react to it, but it's still there. And it's still something that maybe isn't good for your skin, but maybe you don't react to it. But me, I'll react to it. So I'm kind of like a tester for people. If it reacts to me, then you're like, maybe there's something in it not so great.
Yeah. And was that like, how long did that rash last?
It lasted maybe 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah, and
that was on your face?
That was on my face.
Wow.
Yeah.
So was it like a stay at
Contagious?
home kind of thing?
Yeah, I don't. If something happens to my skin, I try a lot of different things. Once something happens, I'm like, guys, I can't come out today.
Yeah.
I'm under the weather.
Yeah. And was that like immediately the rash started to come after using it? Did it happen there? Did you bring it home and then you tried it?
No, it didn't happen there. I brought it home, put it on, and then you wait around a little bit, and then and then I start feeling like it's a little a little tingly, a little itchy, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. So it was like maybe like an hour after.
An hour after.
Yeah.
Boss, you
Yeah.
have any skincare stories you want to share? Any challenges?
I
Personally.
I do have sensitive skin as well.
Yeah.
Right.
especially like maybe some like ingrown hairs and stuff like that after shaving and what have you. So it's been a lot of trial and error to the point where I'm just like, you know what, forget skincare.
Yeah.
You just kind of give up. Like, should I name drop some brands?
Oh God,
Is it real talk? Is it real talk?
Hopefully you'll
Be on
sponsor
the
me
top.
one day, Sarah V.
Oh,
But,
CRV is amazing.
Yeah, it's like they have been the closest thing to it, but it dries out my skin too, though.
But that's
You
not
know?
supposed to.
I don't know.
Like that's their whole thing is
I-
moisture.
Yeah, for some reason, it has dried out my skin in the past, and I think it's also a matter of the consistency, right? If I do use certain skincare material for long periods of time, I don't know, it just dries out, and then I just kind of scrap it, and then it's like a
No
constant.
skincare.
Yeah, literally, I'm like, I'll take a shower.
Yeah,
You know,
it's just
so-
water.
So when we're talking about skincare, is the first thing that came to mind like the face?
Yes,
Yeah,
Why?
for sure.
Why?
it's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
like-
money
It's the
maker.
money maker. I was
Yeah.
gonna say the same thing. It's the money
Yeah.
maker.
So
course.
face automatically like so what happened to the body? The rest of the like
Yeah,
That's also important.
yeah, you won't walk around ashy.
Yeah, you gotta get
That's
those
for
elbows.
sure, but like I think the first thing that you kind of present is your face, right? When you walk into a room, people are hopefully going to look at your face, right?
yeah.
So I think we are very cognizant of how we approach a room, how we perceive ourselves, and you look yourself in the eye in the mirror, right? You
Yeah.
don't really kind of look at your,
Yeah, you're
your
not like-
body first,
Yeah.
right? So
So what would be like your general routine saying that you're getting up? Like what would that look like if you're gonna walk somebody through that?
are you talking about like for my skincare routine?
Yeah.
Yeah, my skincare routine. I just shower. You know? And
Yeah.
like that's the thing. As I said, I do have sensitive skin, so
Yeah.
like I use Dove unscented, you know, just to make sure that there's no funny business.
Yeah, what do you mean by funny business?
The
'Cause, like,
chemicals,
the chemicals,
man.
you
Yeah.
know,
No,
like
tell me,
they'll
I
pull
wanna
up
hear.
I don't want to talk about the rashes. It's bad.
What? So tell me
It's
about
bad.
what rash? What are you talking about? What happened?
It depends. You got me blushing and stuff on camera. But yeah, like sometimes it really dries out your skin, you know, and then like you all of a sudden you have to go into a walk-in appointment to get some sort of steroid cream, and the steroid cream is probably nothing healthy for you anyways, you know. So just give me a fix, you know, like give me a fix.
I just tried to
I
shower.
know.
Just tried to wash
Might as
myself.
well just
So that's from
use
soap?
water, yeah, from soap.
Oh, so,
From soap.
so certain
It's
type
really-
of soap.
soap,
Yeah.
soap
you
gets
learn.
me.
That's true.
And then,
Yeah.
in terms of cream, I don't do too much, you
Yeah.
know?
Well,
Like
that's good.
I've had some like face cleansers and that kind of stuff, but like it's the only thing if I have like energy to do so. It's not really a routine, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like I'm lucky I don't have no hair to fix. I hop in the shower, I go out about my business.
I feel like
Yeah.
guys are like that though. It's
Oh,
like it's
100%.
not a whole routine,
Yeah.
and it's not a dedicated thing. Like for me, it's a dedicated. I must
Mm-hmm.
lotion out of the shower. Must.
So give us insight on.
I can't not. Like if I don't, like even if my skin isn't dry, I still feel it. I'm like, nah, man, there's something
Yeah.
wrong. And I guess because guys are also hairy, so it's
That
harder
works
for them
too.
to lotion their whole body. But
Yeah.
for me, I have to.
Okay, so it's more like shower. Is it like a cleanser kind of thing while you're showering?
Yeah.
Or
So
is it like a soap?
I use the Dove too. I use the Dove unscented natural soap or whatever, and then maybe I'll use a body wash. But then yeah, as soon as I get out, I'll use a body lotion,
Okay.
and then cleanser. Yeah, a facial cleanser in the shower.
All right. So we'll get out of the shower. Do we dry off or do we wet?
You're not supposed to. I think you're supposed to air dry.
What?
Air dry.
Yeah,
know
no,
that.
they said that's good for your skin because the
Interesting.
towels like draw out moisture from your skin, so
Ah.
you're supposed to air dry.
Yeah.
But who has time? I have a body dryer that like is waiting for me. I don't have that.
Give it a shake it up.
Just go about your day, do your breakfast as you wait to dry off. But no, I don't have time for that, so I do use like a good quality towel that doesn't dry out my skin.
Okay. So you dry off. Do you dry it off completely or like?
No, not it completely, because you don't want the towel to take out the moisture. So you just
Okay.
kind of pat it down so that you're just kind of damp, and it's actually good for when you're putting on moisturizer to have your skin a little bit damp.
You hear that, people? Damp skin
Damp
is where the
skin.
thing is.
Yes.
You know, if you're using towel to dry off your skin, that should have.
Yeah.
No towel. Right? What special type? Give us an example.
Of a towel?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, right now the materials it's skipping my brain. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, there's towels that aren't just like made out of cotton because I think cotton just really, really pulls moisture. And it's not made out of cotton. I can't remember what it's made out of, but find it.
Okay.
It'll say yeah, like
I had no clue.
yeah,
I had actually no clue whatsoever.
yeah. So if you can
People
find it, it's
like,
good.
you know, just
Especially if you have
dry
like
out.
dry skin or like eczema or something like that. A big part of it could be also using your towel that kind of takes away that moisture.
all right. So step over to the shower. So is it that we start treating the face right away, or we do the body first and then work our way up to the face? Like, what is that?
Body
look like?
first, because your skin's damp, so then that's when the moisture can get in. The moisturizer can get into your skin.
So like, what
easy.
kind of moisturizer do you use currently?
I use CeraVe.
Okay, so you have a CeraVe moisturizer.
Mhm.
Is it like a body
It's a body moisturizer. Yeah.
So like, is it like a big thing that
Yeah.
you scoop
It's
on
huge.
a lot? So like,
It's like you've seen those. Like I get like the big one with the pump.
Yeah.
Because I got the small one that
Costco
because you're doing your whole body every day.
and
So
then like, how much do you squirt out?
a lot. Well, I have like this amount per. So that's for my arms,
Yeah.
and then this amount for my upper body, and then
Yeah.
this amount again, and it just keeps going until I get down to the rest of
Okay,
me.
okay, all right. So you apply the moisturizer.
Yeah.
Cool. And then like, does it absorb right away, or like, do you
I wouldn't
feel
say
like
it absorbs right away. I mean, because other people, it does have like a kind of slippery, and some people don't like that. They don't like when your skin's too slippery right after putting on
Yeah.
lotion. I don't care, but I mean, I do, but there's no way around it.
Okay, so then we'll go on for the face now.
And then the face.
Do you put it on the face too? The moisturizer?
No,
Oh.
no, I have special
What?
things for the face.
It's like,
I
no,
don't just,
don't put it on your
you can just put thick ass moisturizer on your face.
Okay.
So you have to.
It's just like, what?
You
I've
you
learned a
can,
lot.
but you shouldn't.
Yeah.
But I have a nighttime routine and I have a daytime routine.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you about them.
Okay.
So talk to us about, which one you were talking about before, the nighttime or the daytime?
So it depends on if I feel like showering at night or on the day. But like if that's the daytime, then I have my cleansing toner.
Yeah,
Then I have my toner that actually tones my skin.
yeah,
And then I have my essence.
yeah.
And then I have my serum.
Sir,
And then I have my moisturizer.
your moisturizer. So
And that's a
moisturizer.
light moisturizer for daytime. I have a different one for nighttime.
Okay.
And then I have my sunscreen.
Sunscreen.
And then I have my primer, moisturizing primer.
So it's at seven
Yeah.
things. How long does it take you?
I don't know.
Yes,
It
this
is what it
why
is.
It take long to get ready, eh?
You figured it out.
Right?
You solved it.
It's a lot.
Seven products just on the face, one
That's
product
just
on the
for my,
body.
yeah, that's just, yeah.
Makes sense?
I don't know. I don't know why the body's, I feel like it's just less maintenance, but my face, it needs a lot of stuff, I guess. I don't know.
You get, how did that become the norm for you?
I think little by little, I would try something, and then my skin, I would like be like, ooh, I look really nice today. I look like refreshed, and so I would just continue using that product. So if it
Okay.
did something nice for my skin, I would continue using it.
So is there like a technique to like layer these different products?
Yes, you have to layer them in a specific order.
So how did you learn that?
Well, there's a Korean skincare routine that tells you that. So my first when I got into skincare, I looked up that whole routine, the Korean skincare routine, and I saw it, and it was really long. And then I kind of picked and choose like what I wanted,
Okay.
but they told you how to layer it, so you
So,
have to put.
so did you get your products from that routine?
No,
So how did you get your products?
that's trial and error.
Trial and error.
Yeah, like you go into like maybe a Sephora or Shoppers Drug Mart or somebody, and they just like, oh, I'm looking for this, and then it'll start out. That's how it started out when I was younger. I started doing skincare when I was like 16.
16.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. So definitely, it wasn't more of a referral where people were like, try this. It was more like you're out in the field.
Yeah.
Figuring this
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Live. And
Yeah.
I think you've got it covered.
I think I have.
Okay.
I think so.
So-
I'm not breaking out.
Okay. Good. Right. No rashes.
No
right?
rashes. My skin feels great, I
Right.
guess.
So
it's a long time.
do those products like fit the results that you're looking for?
Not necessarily. There's other results I would like to have, but they can't do it. So I just,
Like what?
I don't know, like even just like, because if I get like, maybe I do break out or I get something and I want something that kind of takes away that discoloration. I guess there is exfoliants, but I have sensitive skin. So if I put that on, it'll burn my skin off.
Yeah.
So I just can't, I don't have anything for that.
Burn your skin off.
I'll burn my skin off.
Yeah.
Not just burn it, it'll burn it off. Okay?
Okay, okay, makes sense, right? Boss man. You have anything to challenge that 7?
Nothing.
So,
So for clarification purposes, the CeraVe is like a face cleanser thing.
yeah, for
They
you.
have two. They have
Yeah.
different.
I was like, okay,
They
wash
have
my
faces.
face and all that kind of stuff.
So that's what you use as a
I
cleanser.
use, like, for my body, I use, like, the Aveeno unscented stuff, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and anywhere visible. It's not
So
Can't see
is
it?
that
No,
like
it doesn't get
big
moisture.
pumps as well?
Yeah,
Pump,
of course,
pump.
Yeah,
of course,
yeah.
you know.
And like, how big is the portion?
Well, yeah, just to kind of,
Yeah.
Pull up the hand.
This.
yeah, exactly. Just
Yeah.
slap that on.
Yeah, slather
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And face? Walk going for the face.
Yeah, face. Well, that's the thing. I always get something for like Christmas or something. It's
Yeah.
never from, and it's always from a woman that says it,
Yeah.
give it to me, right? So
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like I had this. It was like Jack.
Jack and Jones.
Jack
Was
and-
it Jack and Jones facial?
Or Jack
Or
and
Jack
no,
and
no,
Bear?
yeah.
Jack and Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was using that for a bit, you know, and then it run out, so I don't buy it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think. Well, for me, obviously, I'm not talking on behalf of all men, but like I've never
Of
had a
course you're
conversation
talking
with
on
anyone.
behalf of all men.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You're the authority now.
I've been decent in terms of like I don't necessarily break out or anything
Yeah,
like
so
that.
that's why they
so-
want to know your skincare routine.
Yeah.
bro. Like, how do you get the face
I
looking like
shower,
that?
man.
You
Actually,
shower.
you know what? You put me on to the norm. You know,
Yeah.
Oh,
so
the
the
norm.
norm actually gives me a nice little glow. You know?
Oh,
It's a nice little
yes.
kick up, right?
Since we're talking about the norm, you know what I mean? Because, you know, he said they give you, like, what do you think about just how it looks, the norm product?
I think it looks good. It looks clean.
Yeah.
First impression.
Branding wise, it's very
Yeah.
clean. It looks. That's the thing, especially because it's organic. It gives that organic.
Yeah, it gives off a
vibe.
feeling of like
Yeah.
this is something that came from the ground.
So if you're supposed to give this to somebody, like, what would be, like, how would you give it to them?
I would put it in their hand.
That's it?
No, I mean like
Put a bow tie on
put
it.
Right.
Put it in some packaging.
Put it in
as
a
if it's a gift, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know you have multiple sizes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, this is definitely the travel size, you know, the sample size, and
I have that in my gym bag.
well,
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I'm in like this.
He's at the scraping.
It lasted quite a bit of time, though, at least, you know?
Well, what I wanted to know is in terms of both of you said, you know, you pump a lot of product onto your skin. I wanted to know, like, how do you feel about the quantity of how much of the norm product you need and how far it goes on your skin? Like, have you tried to see how far the little can go?
I think naturally speaking, especially for like a big tub of thing, you just want to kind of
Yeah, I guess because when it is big, you're like you
it's
might.
big, right? But with the norm product, I feel as if I can use sparingly and still get enough of a result.
Yeah.
You know, so I've never been too like it's something that I do like unconsciously. You know, you just kind of put it on.
Do you have the small one or the big one?
I've ran through a couple of them. This guy, don't be sponsoring. You know?
How long do you
That's
think
it.
this could last?
That's a good question, brother.
And what would you use this size for?
Yeah, I throw it in my gym bag.
So
Like I have it in my gym bag.
do you use it as a body moisturizer? Use it in your hands? What do you use?
Pretty much all of the above, you know.
The whole-
I
the
kind
whole
of like
kit.
it. I prefer it for the hands, no doubt, you know. But there has been instances where like I'm, you know, a little dash.
Get on the elbow, the
Or
knee.
yeah, like going to the gym like, oh, you know, what? Yeah.
Erase.
Somebody scratched.
Yeah, exactly.
And how about yourself?
So far, I'm using it in the car, so I leave it in the car because that's the number one place I always need lotion because I hate dry hands. And so far, so good because like usually I go through car lotion like crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
but then you know you take a little bit of it and I'm good
Yeah.
actually, and I really like it because I'm like it's not as greasy, so when I actually have my hands on the wheel, it's nice.
Okay, good. And it's definitely the whole point of norm is because, as you said before, the cosmetic industry is, you know, self-regulated as well. And if we don't pay attention to the ingredients that we use, it may be harmful to our skin. So that's why we try to take the pressure off of our customers. Being a chemist, I can like read ingredients. I don't know. Can you read the ingredients on this?
Can't
Like, do you
even
know what
I can't even
ingredients are in
pronounce
this?
them, bro.
I didn't read it. I usually do, which is weird. I just trusted you.
You just trust me.
I just trusted you because you said it was. Let me
Tell
just.
me what ingredients in there.
Okay. Oh God. Where is it? Is this the? Oh, this is the ingredients. I was like going past. I was looking for like the long list. Oh, it's in a short list. So it's Litsi, Cobeba, Cubeba, fruit oil, hydrogenated sweet almond oil, and Corylus avellana, which is hazelnut seed oil.
Okay.
Is there only 3 ingredients?
So you can pronounce it. is
I
what
can
you're saying.
pronounce it.
You can pronounce it.
Don't
Hazelnut seed oil, and almond oil,
I think I can
and
pronounce that.
Cobeba. Yeah.
And that's the whole point, you know.
Yeah.
We want to keep it so simple so that anybody.
That's the
can.
first time I've seen like actually like.
It's only
That
3
long-
ingredients.
long
Yeah,
list.
yeah. I was like, oh, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. So we want to be the norm for Canada. We need your help to spread the word out and so that people can incorporate the product into their skincare routine. And hopefully we'll be able to make cleansers so you can shower with. Shower, man. Right? And then, you know, different products that can help add to one of those products of the 7,
Yeah.
or maybe all 7, or maybe
It
reduce
could
the-
probably
So-
replace
So
a lot
So
of.
what was
whatever.
your inspiration? Like, what made you kind of come and say, like, you know what, like, I need to have a natural agreements in a moisture?
To be honest, I used to use the cocoa butter, you know, the Vaseline,
Yeah.
Yep.
the brown one. I
Yep.
just thought that was meant for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then when I started to become more knowledgeable as a chemist, I looked at the ingredients. I'm like, petroleum jelly, like, comes from petroleum.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
not refined properly, maybe a carcinogen.
Yeah.
So it's like, is this the best thing that I can use to moisturize my skin? Things that they use to make asphalt for roads, lubricants for machines,
So true.
gas.
Okay, but wait, I use this on my lips like every day. Why are you saying this?
Well, that's the whole thing.
Oh
It's
my
like
gosh.
it gets the job done, but do you have a better option?
Yeah.
Right? And it's just like cooking oil, right? You
Yeah.
have different types of oil you can cook with. Olive oil, you know, people say it's expensive
Yeah.
because when you cook with it, it's more healthy.
Right.
So it's like, do you want to just cook with any kind of oil, or do you want to just use any kind of thing on the largest organ on your body? Or do you want to like be conscious about what you put on your skin?
Yeah.
So that's the whole point of providing. I didn't find that there was a lot of products that weren't as greasy and oily. When I use the other products, like if I use raw shea butter or different butters, it might be a little bit too greasy and oily, right? So I wanted to have something that is not as greasy, not as oily, have that light scent, and it just have that smooth finish.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, I use my chemistry knowledge. you know,
Yeah.
when, you know, formulated this product, and then UFT said it was a great idea. So I was just like, all right,
Run with it.
right? So
Yeah.
that's
You
how it
guys
became
like
a
it?
business.
Okay.
Like, you understand?
So what's the goal? You
So
know?
the goal is to influence the cosmetic industry, to take the stress off of the customers and put it on ourselves,
Yeah.
so that when our customers buy a product from Norm, they know that we did our due diligence to make sure that this is the simplest
Not just how
version.
we blindly trusted you.
Yeah, that's why we just
Saying,
blind. We're like,
yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, he's gonna do good things for us. We
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
have to worry.
Well, that's it. You know, it's just like keeping it so simple that you can pronounce the ingredients in the products.
Yeah.
You can comfortably understand why these ingredients are.
Can I put this
there.
on my lip?
And
Yeah.
it's not a long list, so you don't have to search up a million things as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I find that the cosmetic industries are often vultures as well.
Oh, yeah.
You know, especially with females. you
Yeah.
know?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
They here to prey on
Yeah,
us.
for sure.
well, one tip to take away is to remember that the ingredients are listed in the highest concentration.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the first ingredient is typically the most concentrated in the product, and most of these products are made of water,
Yeah.
right? So it's kind of like you're using mostly water, a little bit of color, and preservatives, and
Yeah.
when you reach the bottom, you actually see the oil that actually gives the skin benefit. So it's like Norm is a higher concentrated product, where it's just oils,
Yeah.
right? And this almond balm is just oil. So you're getting
amazing.
all of that. Like your skin is like, yay, when you're putting on that Norm product,
Yeah.
because you're feeding it.
Yeah.
Other than just imagine you're drinking soup all day,
Mm.
every day,
True.
right? So
I'm like, would my body like that? You say something like, chicken and grains.
right? You're just drinking soup. It's just soup, broth.
Broth.
Not even the chicken or nothing
Just
in
the
there.
broth.
Just the broth.
Yeah.
Right. That's all you're putting. That's why you
That
need a
is
lot.
good, yeah.
You need to drink a lot because that's the only way your body is gonna be hungry, right?
Yeah, that's
and then it absorbs these moisturizers. That's why you have to use a lot,
Yeah.
right? Because you find that it absorbs it fast because it is mostly water.
Yeah, it's mostly water, yeah.
Right? So that's where you kind of find yourself over time. You might be your skin get dried out because your skin naturally releases oil to pretty much provide that layer on your skin. When you're sweating, it's a mixture of water and all these other things are coming out of your body to cool down your body. So it's like, why not put something that your body's already used to help with what your body's already trying to help
Just
with?
realized a big pet peeve of mine is like if you put something on your skin, right? And then I sweat a lot.
Yeah.
The moment I start sweating, my eyes start burning.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
That's
And I
horrible.
started this a little bit.
That shouldn't
but-
happen at all.
You think about it, it's like if you use an oil-based product instead of a water-based product, imagine trying to cook with water, like in a frying pan.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think that's gonna look
It's a
like?
pan, not a frying pan.
Okay, a pan.
Yeah.
That you fry.
You're frying
Right?
water, That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
fried water. Right?
Fried water.
That's
Right?
why
Are
you
you
need the
you're
oil,
cooking with water? Like, what
Yeah.
would that look like?
Yeah, like a disaster.
Right?
Yeah.
But you use oil. Why do you use oil and not try to cook with water?
'Cause it's a lubricant, and it makes everything.
All right, I know I'm going a little bit chemistry now.
He
like,
is.
everybody's a bit shy.
I just bring my appetite, what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
I don't bring the science. I bring my stomach.
Well,
Yeah.
the whole point is, it's like pretty much where I'm going with that is that oil provides this extra layer as like a buffer to hold the heat. So it's like it don't burn up your things,
Interesting.
right?
Didn't know that.
So if you think about it, if you have this protective layer of oil, when you step outside, you're more likely to be like, I'm not saying that you won't get burnt by the sun, but it's like
Not
you
as
have that extra protection as opposed to just using water
Yeah.
products, because then you don't have that extra layer to really, your skin has to like produce that excessive oil for you to get that protective layer. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
norm effect.
The norm. The norm of
The
it.
norm effect. Right. But yeah, we're just out here trying to come into this industry and get enough people to know about what we're doing so that hopefully that when we do become the norm, people can have a higher standard and treat themselves to better products. Like going to a nice restaurant, you buy
Yeah.
nice food. Yeah. Every day you buy like a box food or like a patty or some noodles. But sometimes you go to the restaurant, you have a steak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get some Italian food. So it depends on where you want to spend your money.
Yeah.
That's where we want to be able to have some better options where people can have more products, and then hopefully more companies would look at Norm and want to make products
Emulate
like that.
that.
So then we'll just have beer.
Do you think it's an accountability thing as well? At all?
Yeah, it's self-regulated, so it's like money, quality product, money.
Well, it comes down to branding as well. A lot
Yeah.
of these places, if you have a brand, you can sell anything. Really.
Yeah. So it's up to the customers to pretty much determine whether or not they're gonna.
I think it's our ignorance. It's our ignorance to what is good for us that makes it so easy for them to be unregulated. Because honestly, almost, I would say a lot of majority of the products out there are just not that great. And why are we still using them? Why are they still out being able to? It's because people just don't know. They're like, somebody said it, I should buy this. Revlon made a commercial, said I should buy this, so
Yeah.
I'm buying it.
Oh, fair. Buy this.
Buy this instead.
Right?
Yeah.
Buy this instead, right? Because if you can help one more person to remain healthy, isn't that enough reason to try?
Yeah.
Right? So just tell one friend. Go on the website, subscribe to get a monthly top up, and then hopefully it should benefit them life. It benefits mine. I use it every day. I use it for everything.
You look very
I
moisturized.
use it for my hair, I use it for my face.
You're using
I
your
use
hair
it-
too. Yo, this is a
What?
I like this.
You try it.
I
Just
mean, no, because
explore.
you know how like picky women are. It's just like with your skincare, you're kind of like you dip your toe in, and already I love this for my hands and stuff like that. So now you kind of migrate down. You start.
If it worked for your hand,
I know, it
it's
must
a
work.
different skin.
No, it's the same skin. My face is a different skin somehow, but
Right?
yeah, we're gonna try it.
Just try it out and let us know, and just
So far,
share.
I love it. It's a good product.
Yeah, I'm aligned. Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing with us, and hopefully the audience that's there, if you like the content, like and subscribe, to the Norm Show, because it's the individuals like you that pay attention and share this information is gonna let us be more known in the market. So hopefully you liked everyone here and all the stories that they had, and you can tune in on the next show, and we're gonna bring in some more vibes to the professor now. You see it? So big up, thank you for coming out.
Thanks.
No problem.
And
Thank you.
love to see the comments, and hopefully I can answer any questions that y'all might have.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we out.
And we
And we
out.
out. We outside.
We outside. Gang, gang, gang.
Okay, that's an inside joke. I don't know what the hell you guys talking about. We just get my dorm. Are you gonna give me another jar?
Well,
Am I gonna get a next one?
we'll talk about that.
Okay.